see. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing.
And we see a while ago the Clippers prepared for the task at hand. We're coming at you from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare to take the floor. Last game for the Hornets, the loss to Portland at the Rose Garden. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
In a loss like that, guys, you've just got to flush it down the toilet and put it behind you.
Yeah, you do, Steve, but it's much easier said than done. I mean, it's hard not to dwell on the type of poor performance it was for them.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Hornets. The Machine, he's in at small forward. Ryan Anderson is at the 4 with Anthony Davis at the 5. Gordon is out there at Bledsoe. And for the Clippers, Crawford and Butler out on the perimeter. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Griffin. And it's Billups in at the point guard position. So the Clippers win the tip.
Hello YouTube, this is a Sim Basketball Operator bringing you an NBA 2K13 MyCareer commentary. And in this game we face off against the Los Angeles Clippers as I throw a nice alley-oop pass over the head. Pretty much no look to Eric Gordon. But anyways, the Clippers in this MyCareer mode lost Chris Paul in free agency. He decided to sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's actually going to start over Kyrie Irving. And the funny thing is we also have Eric Bledsoe because we actually traded Austin Rivers for him in Season 1. So now they're starting Chauncey Billups at the point guard position with Austin Rivers backing him up. And look at me making that rookie look like a fool. So it's ironic because both of us have lost Chris Paul and the Clippers has suffered from it as well. They still have Blake Griffin, and he was a huge part to why they were able to score a lot of points on us. He grabbed a lot of rebounds. He actually hit jump shots. He dunked on everyone. So it was difficult to stop him. Anyways, I'm going to miss that spin jumper here. So after a high-scoring first quarter, the score is 32-29. And Blake Griffin's actually starting at center because DeAndre Jordan is injured. And they also signed Tyler Hansbrough in free agency. So he will be starting at power forward. And I'll get Blake Griffin. Aminu's giving him a lot of space like I would, but he's hitting this long 2 right there. And now he's pump faking Aminu way into the air and mashing on Grievous Vasquez, showing a 30-inch vertical that's rarely seen in 2K, especially from a guy over 6'8". And it's just a terrific dunk, showing why he's still the most athletic player, or at least one of the most athletic players in the NBA. And look at Austin Rivers getting in on the dunk fest. He gets that tip slam, and he gave them a nice contribution off the bench. I don't remember that from his rookie season in New Orleans, and I'm sidestepping Caron Butler right there for the layup. I already have 20 points, but we are still down by 6. And then I'm getting subbed out with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And I'm going to stay out until the first half comes to a close, and the Clippers have come out to a very commanding lead of 64-50. So this is quite the deficit that we have to come back from against a team that we should be able to beat now that they don't have Chris Paul. And so I'll see you guys after the halftime report.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And everything is in place and ready to go on the halftime show for this Wednesday night.
And with Chris Paul gone and DeAndre Jordan injured, look at Blake Griffin's numbers. He's averaging over 20 points a game, and he's leading the league in rebounding with, I think, like 13.4 or something. Anyways, Mr. Big Shot Chauncey Billups is going to give it to Jamal Crawford, who was just so wide open throughout this whole game. Eric Gordon was just giving him way too much space, and that was pretty much it. And here I'm running a play that I ran earlier, this time taking a one dribble pull up into the lane and knocking down the jumper. I'm just scoring at will against Caron Butler. but so is Jamal Crawford, as he just knifes through the defense, and he gets all of us to jump at him, and one of us fouled him. It turned out to be Ian Mahimni. As you can see, he's going to convert the and one, so they still have like a double-digit lead. It's at 16 points. I'm going to call for the ball. Double teams are coming early and often, but giving it off to Aminu, who throws it down with one hand. Now, Davis is getting a nice block, or at least a contest on Miles Plumlee. I'm pushing the break, spinning on Willie Green, hitting that tough layup over him, and just doing all I can to get us back into this game. Mismatch on Jamal Crawford, going up and under, showing some footwork in the post, even though the up and under is the cheesiest move in 2K13. And now I'm getting beat off the dribble by Caron Butler, which prompts me to foul him. It's already my third foul, and he's going to hit the free throw, so I'm going to be subbed out. We are now down by 7, so the deficit has been trimmed a little bit, but not by much, and the score is going to remain the same until I come back early in the fourth quarter. And so now, still a 7-point deficit. Blake Griffin, turnaround jumper. There's just nothing we can do about this. 10 of 14 from the field with 16 rebounds. He is just a machine in 2K13. And I guess that's just because he's a cover athlete. And LeBron is already as unguardable as he is already. So just imagine what he's going to be able to do in 2K14. Great defense by Eric Bledsoe, giving it to the other Eric to pick it up, throwing it back to Bledsoe, who's going to get the nice and one on Austin Rivers. And he's going to pull us within 3. He's going to shoot this free throw, knock it down, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. We have fought our way back into this. Now it's a 5-point game. I got a mismatch with Blake Griffin behind the back, and then I'm going to split their 2 big men with that up and under, giving me to a total of 47 points. And now late in the fourth quarter, look at that footwork on the up and under. It is cheesy, making me look like Hakeem the Dream out here. And now look at me spinning and finishing again. Oh, never mind. I can get the offensive rebound. Kick it over to Bledsoe, who's going to knock down the short jumper. As you can see, I have 14 rebounds. Very impressive. I am just filling the stat sheet from all areas. And now it's a 4-point game. We're still down. Here comes Chauncey Billups. He's going to look to Blake Griffin. They're going to run a pick and roll. But we play great help defense. I am leaking out on the break. No one's going to catch me. Throwing it down with 2 hands. It's a very simple dunk, but it's still going to pull us within 2. I only got a 50 on the dunk intensity meter. And so now we're going to skip ahead. A couple of possessions later, still 2 points. They're going to go into Blake. We're going to try to play good defense. But no, he puts on the dribble moves on Anthony Davis this time. Crossing, spinning, and then throwing it down. He's just so hard to guard in this game. Bledsoe now has the ball. We elect not to call timeout. I'm going to save that for later. Eventually I find myself with the ball and back into the post on Caron Butler. This time no fooling around, just driving hard right and finishing with the finger roll on the other side of the basket. But still, the Clippers have the ball and a 2-point lead. They're going to run it down as far as they can because we went efficiently enough so that we could get a 2-for-1. Mr. Big Shot from the corner. He's going to miss, but I mistimed my jump, and then we have to foul Blake Griffin, which is good. But then I realize we're not in the bonus, so we're going to have to try to get it to him again. I don't want Chauncey Billups because he's cash on the free throw line. We play good defense, and we foul Blake Griffin. So it's the ideal person we want to foul. We play that situation perfectly. And he's going to brick the first free throw. And for the second free throw, he is going to do the exact same thing. So I grab the board. We're calling a timeout. 2-point game. 8.1 seconds to go. We're going to try to get this win, or at least send it to overtime. And I got the ball here going into the post, but then Caron Butler decides to reach. And that was just a big mistake on his part, because I am absolutely cash from the free throw line. Unlike Blake, I'm going to hit the first free throw. No sweat. Coming up for the second free throw. Again, no sweat, excellent release. But with 5.5 seconds left, the Clippers still have time to put in the game-winning basket, and so we'll see what play they decide to draw up. 2K is not very good at giving the CPU a good game-ending play. They're going to give it into their closer, Chauncey Billups. He's going to try to shake Bledsoe. Bledsoe playing good defense. Hesitation, step back, got some space, but it is no go. So we are going to be headed to overtime. The whole overtime period will be shown in the next MyCareer episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys all next time.